3, 2, 1, and we are go here in the Nations Cup at the Nürburgring semi-final A. Coque Lopes, a decent start from him coming down towards T1. Igor Fraga in the slipstream, very quick there behind in the Audi TT, goes to the outside of the Spaniard, is now actually in the lead coming down to T1, but Coque Lopes has the inside line. A little bit of door rubbing there in the background. Manny Rodriguez sends it up the inside in the NSX, makes up loads of places, but carnage further down the field there, Tom. Here's that great start from Manny Rodriguez, just sends it up the inside of Condon. Goes from a 6th to 3rd in one corner, but in the background, Coquebin gets pushed wide. I think that's by Bouvard.
Just to see on the top right corner of your screen, you can see 2 times fuel consumption, 3 times tyre wear, and a great exit from Igor Fraga as he pulls alongside Coque Lopes. They're going side by side down the start-finish straight for the race lead. Fraga with the outside line, hard on the brakes. They'll be going in a few moments' time. Fraga has already got the lead, and he's weaving all over the place as Coque Lopes tries to duck back up the inside. Hard on the brakes they go down towards turn 1. Toyota versus Audi, Spaniard versus Brazilian. Lopes has the outside line, he runs a bit wide. Also Rodriguez and Connaughton coming to blows by the looks of things at the first corner. Lopes does manage to retain the lead from Igor Fraga as things stand.
Mick Hazal has a penalty, 0.5 per second, so that says to me there's been a track cut somewhere. But of course this midfield battle is absolutely insane.
Oh,
Igor Fraga's had contact there with Coque Lopes in the Audi. I'm not really sure what's happened there. I think Igor went a little bit too hot into the corner. He's now going to use the grunt down the hill to pass into the Dunlop hairpin.
And a penalty has been awarded to Igor Fraga.
So Igor Fraga pulls to the right-hand side of the road. There's the penalty, and suddenly the Audi gets off the power, then back on again. But the important thing is, will Connaughton get through in the R33 GT? I'm just watching the timing on the right, left-hand side of your screen. I think that Fraga's just going to keep second. So Fraga goes to the inside. And yeah, just overshoots it into the side of Lopes, and right decision there, I think.
They're all closing up on one another. Look, it all goes down the way to 10th position there with Nicolas Rubelar involved. So that is very, very exciting indeed. And we're only halfway through this race. There's still plenty more action here at the Nürburgring to come. It's an Igor Fraga. We know how fast that Audi TT is in a straight line, and you can see how much Coque Lopes is having to defend. Hazal, meanwhile, has disposed of Adam Sassuolo, so he's up to 6th position there is Mick Hazal. And you might be wondering why he's not a little bit further up the order. Well, that is because the car choice that he has is the CVR Tuscan Speed 6, and it doesn't seem to be a car that he's gelling with necessarily at the moment, these N300 machines. Nearly running side by side down to the left-hander. Fraga is going to try and go the long way around the outside there. It won't pay off. Will he try and get the switch back? There's no room, there's no opportunity to try and do it.
Here we go again, coming down the straight, essentially a repeat of last lap now. Coque Lopes goes to the inside. Igor Fraga, what's he going to do? Pulls out at the last second, keeps his foot in it. Let's see what happens now. Is he coming down to T1? And again, the repeat of last lap. Coque Lopes can get on the brakes out a little bit later, holds the position on the inside, a bit wide on exit, but it's not going to matter so much because even though Igor Fraga has the speed in the Audi, Lopes has the line.
Here comes Fraga down the inside of Coque Lopes. Then on lap 6, they still run side by side as they come in towards the right-hander. Lopes does manage to hold on to the lead, but Fraga is looking very menacing as Lopes runs a little bit wide. Does Fraga's drive allow him to pull alongside again? It certainly does. He's in the lead momentarily, and he has it going into the next corner. That is a brilliant bit of driving there for Fraga. He was patient, and the applause of the crowd is evident to see.
This is done, of course. These guys scrapping has brought Manny Rodriguez back into the picture. He's now only 8 tenths behind Lopes and Fraga, so we might see him coming to the picture before the end of the race. And Connaughton still in that last automatic qualifying position, but Danny Solis not far off coming through the first section. So Kevin gets a little bit sideways. Ryota goes up the inside in the 911 GT3, and easy as you like, past he goes. Nice little move there by Ryota, and importantly, moves him back into the top 10 where he needs to be. So here we go, then Mick Hazal coming down to the chicane, sorry, the hairpin, looks up the inside of Danny Solis, who then comes across to defend. Spiller goes, all right, I'll take that, mate, up the inside, and then Beauvoir then comes around as well. So basically what happened there is Hazal got caught on the outside, then Adam Sassuolo very much on the move in that Alpine A110, coming down the start-finish straight. Who has the grunt in a straight line? It's the Alpine, that little cutie in the front there. It looks like it's trying very hard indeed. Anyway, coming down to T1, heavy on the brakes, and there you go, move made. Important thing now, can Adam on this last lap catch Connaughton in front and get that automatic qualifying position?
Rubelar versus Beauvoir. Beauvoir's a little bit wide, he's a bit sideways as well. Rubelar is up the inside in the BMW M3. They're running side by side. Will Beauvoir be able to get the switch back into the next corner? They still run side by side. Frenchman versus Chilean, and the Chilean has to run wide. Rubelar is now going to be on the inside line into the next corner, but Beauvoir has got track position, and here comes Ryota Kokyabun there as well, and Mick Hazal could potentially profit from this. In the background, he's lurking there, he's signalling his intentions to get involved. Beauvoir nearly back up the inside, but Rubelar somehow manages to hold on to 7th place.
Mika Zhao is on the edge of elimination here. He's in 10th, and Kevin Pounder is very, very keen to take that place off him. Schumacher actually don't usually see 2 by 2 by here, but those guys are making it work. Here comes Mika Zhao. 2 for 1 possibly coming up into the right-hander, but he's now stuck on the outside. Will he be able to pull ahead of Ryota Kokuba? No, he can't.
He can!
Oh, he sneaks it across. Wow!
Wow, what a move there from Mika Zhao, taking advantage all the way around the outside. And now for the final position in the repechage, it's Beauvoir versus Kevin Pounder. Alpha versus Mazda as they come up towards the chicane for the final time of asking. This is brilliant. It's great to see Mika Zhao finally getting to grips with his car. And Pounder versus Beauvoir for that last position in the repechage. To the line it goes, but Fraga takes victory in semi-final A here at the Nürburgring. 2nd place of Koke Lopez, and 3rd is Manuel Rodriguez.